help with planning.
And this one really is a pool party, as in swimming pool. If you one of our social events last year, you know, we had the water and everything and all the graphics leading up to it, but it was actually a pool party, as in question.
Oh my goodness.
And so the first question we asked everybody was, did we fool you? Did you think this was a pool party? Or did you
Gotta pay attention to those details.
So this year it's a pool party.
There
Pool
you
party
go.
minus the water and everything else. Oh boy.
the next one?
Just missing a slip and slide.
Oh, there you go.
Fun.
Oh,
I like that.
I have one in a cabinet behind me somewhere.
Oh, wow.
how'd you
Awesome.
there? You need it out in the yard and put some water on it and let's go.
Vodka.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
The kids will never know.
that's right.
That looks like water.
We have some
Looks like
And
water.
this meeting's being recorded, so
Oh,
It's just water.
here, let's stop that recording.
So Robert, where are you located? I'm in Florida, so it's hot, so I'm not outside at the pool because it's just way too
okay. Yeah, I gotta come clean of my whereabouts. I have two connections to Michigan. My mom grew up in Hamtramck, and
Okay.
I'm gonna spend the next week in Mount Pleasant because one of my nephews is starting at Central Michigan University.
Central Michigan,
Oh.
CMU. There you go.
So
That's
Friday
wonderful.
morning, I will be driving up from Chicago. So I'm a longtime Chicago resident. The reason I'm exploring different chapters, well, I'll get to that in a minute. My hometown is in Central Illinois, and so I, what's the phrase? You can take the boy out of the small town, but you can't take the small town out of the boy.
Right.
And so I really enjoy meeting and joining like PMI, IIBA, ACMP, all the innovation groups around the Midwest. I really enjoy attending, saying hi, being a sponge. Selfishly speaking, I'm writing a book at the moment, and it helps me to know what do people care about, to see where, I don't know, how on point is my book? How relevant will it be? Will people shrug at it? That sort of thing. So yeah, I'm in Chicago, and I saw this on the IIBA website, and I'm like, I'm gonna see if I'm welcome.
Absolutely
Always welcome.
And with your book, we're a group of chapters that seem to hang out together quite a bit. Like, you know, like the Southeast Michigan with the Bluegrass chapter,
lucky,
and
yeah.
Palmetto, and just a number of them. And people are always interested in authors of books and you know,
Absolutely.
that type of interaction where you can get your feet wet in a friendly crowd, right? Like people of like minds that, you know, give you honest feedback and would never let anybody fail during a meeting if they were presenting something. So, which is always nice because you got to have some buddies when you're presenting because you never know.
Mhm.
Go off the
Yeah,
rails.
this is going to be quite a different event, like Steph said earlier. You know, we had our chapter meeting last week. We had 60 something people there, and this one we had 15 people register. You can see
Right.
we 7 here right now. These have always been pretty small into groups, and it's all about networking. And you know, you're going to laugh a lot tonight, and that because these two ladies, you know, really put on a good event.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more than just, you know, learning something or that, you know, all about the networking and
Mhm.
building a community here. And
Right.
so, and typically the same people show up. Marcy Watts has been here, I think, for all 3 of them.
Right.
And
Mhm.
she'll be
Chris is
back.
back.
She's in another meeting and she's going to come back. Chris, I think you've been at it
Yes.
before.
Yes. Absolutely. Right. Besides, he has to come back. Somebody's got to flip the food. I'm just saying. Somebody's got to help take care of that.
Grill master.
We got to have a grill master.
I
So-
like it.
So speaking of some of the prior events, we'll just do a quick recap and then we'll get into what Cathy and I love a lot is talking about food quite a bit. So some people don't think that's really IIBA related, but we would disagree. So we started last year, we had our Christmas event. We talked recipes and we started doing some activities, some mind mapping activities to talk about how do you build a community? How do you find people? What's of interest? Where do you go? Robert, you were just talking about, you saw it on the IIBA website. Well, that's just one way, right? It's word of mouth. You see it in LinkedIn. So we were talking with people like, what's important to you? How do you build one? And so we've been evolving that using some of the different tools that are out there. So we started out using, what was the first tool? Lucid Chart, and talked about that. And then we moved over to Simple Minds, because Simple Minds was a much easier way to do like a mind map than it was in Lucid Chart. And we did that one session. And then our last session, we used Miro, which we're going to use again today. And so so we had a Christmas one, we had a St. Patty's Day with Irish toast. So we did a bunch of toast. So you could drink or not drink. That's totally up to you. And whether you use it on your slip and slide, no judgment on our part. And then we had our Memorial Day and we had a Battle of the Dogs. And so our Battle of the Dogs continued talking about building it in personas, but we also built hot dogs and had a hot dog contest using personas and talking about that. Had a judging, and Marcy actually was the winner of the Battle of the Dogs. So that was really fun. So we had a bunch of, so some of our hot dogs are still populating our board this time. So if you see them, it's just, hey, it's a picnic. We got to bring our dogs along.
We can't let go of our dogs.
We can't let go of our dogs. And so with that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
The grill behind Chris.
Yes, there's probably dogs back there. If not, there's dogs in the park. Not that we need them, but there are probably dogs back there too. So with that, if you guys don't mind, we will get into our food discussion. So that way we can actually play our game. We confess sometimes we have run out of time, and we've tried not to do that anymore because we reel people in saying, hey, we're going to play a game. And then it's like, we just talk food, and some people are like, not so good. So anyway, Cathy, you wanna
All righty. I will
Alrighty.
jump in. See if it will.
And by the way, when Marcy joins us, she has an adorable doggie. So don't be surprised if you hear buttons.
Yes. Okay. Can you everybody see my screen?
Yes, we can. I'm ready.
Okay. So jumping back into our pool party, and it's
Yay.
not a pool party without food.
Awesome.
So this time around, in past social events, we've kind of either brought in our favorites. At Christmas, it was a lot of fun. We got a lot of family history in the recipes. So that was really kind of cool. So this time around, I did what everybody does. I Googled pool party foods, and guess what came up? Insanely good recipes. And they really are. The deal with all these recipes on this screen, 30 minutes or less. So the last thing you want to do is stuck in the kitchen. So they have all the recipes. They have tips and tricks on each one of them. So what I did is I just selected one that sounded good to me for each of the areas. But you can, and we've got these links that we'll provide in the follow-up email, and I can toss them in when I'm not. Oh, and Marcy's saying she sent me a recipe. Yes,
Oh.
I've got hers included. So I was working on that while you were talking stuff. So to jump right in,
Okay. Ooh.
watermelon salsa. I'm not going to read all through them. We're going to just kind of walk through them super quickly. But I don't know about you. I've never had watermelon salsa, but it sounded really good. Anything that's sweet with a little bit of heat is right on par with what I like. Does anybody agree?
Totally agree. I might
Like Cajun chicken.
leverage the watermelon and also put some of that vodka from someone else and kind of muddle and mix that together, and then have a little bit of that and a little bit of that.
There you go. I think we're going to see a trend going on here. So this was just super easy. And you basically, you make these salsas any which way you like. So if you don't like something, don't put it in, add something else. So that was a yummy one.
Okay.
Then we jumped into, I have never done shrimp cake. So this one was really interesting to me. I've done crab cakes. I've done salmon cakes. I have never done shrimp cakes, so this is one I was going to give a try to. Anything with aioli sauce is also good, so it
Okay,
doesn't have
okay.
to be anything but aioli. So that was all the instructions then too. And then again, theme with watermelon. What else could you do with watermelon? You can grill it. I have never grilled fruit. I have had a grilled peach before, which was amazing. Just drizzled with a little bit of honey after it was grilled on the grill. But this one looked really, really tasty as well. Jumping into one of my favorites, chicken, anything again with brown sugar and garlic. Awesome. So again, super easy. Just marinate it and toss it on the grill. Chris, we got to get that flipper going. So we're going to have to figure out
grill.
which one you
He put
got.
it-
So,
He put it in the Zoom chat.
oh,
The,
excellent. Excellent.
Yeah,
Thank
so I
you.
grabbed that because we're
Oh,
definitely
good,
gonna
good,
check that
good.
out.
You can even air fry this one. So you can grill it or air fry it. We've done, we've gotten into using our Instapot. And we do, we just you throw in 2 chicken breasts, sear it first. And then when you get it cooking, you put in 2 little cans of pineapple juice, and let the Instapot do its magic. And it is the most moist and delicious chicken I've ever had. So this is one we're going to have to try.
So any
too.
retrospective on that, or did it just come out perfectly?
With the, you really, well, I always laugh at the term Instapot because the first couple recipes we tried with our Instapot, it was not instant. We did,
It's
well,
not-
we did a butternut squash soup because I love butternut squash soup and we're getting into fall closing up on us now. So I said, let's try that one. Well, it's like 2 hours in just prepping. We haven't made anything yet. The actual cooking in the Instapot, yes, that was quick, 9 minutes, but the prep was anything but instant. So, but the chicken in the Instapot, absolutely yummy. So we may actually try this variation on the air fryer in the Instapot.
I'm definitely going to try that. I've got a
Okay.
air fryer. I have yet to use it, so now I have a week.
See?
Hey, my son got me an air fryer for Christmas last year, and I tell you, I use
Have you
it
tried it?
every day.
What?
Really?
Like every day?
Wow.
Every day?
You just about use it every day, just everything.
What about the grill? No more grilling then? No.
Oh no, I mean, there's some things you got to grill, right?
Now,
But
have you done sweet potato fries in the,
for me,
I would, any way I can do sweet potato fries quicker is a benefit for me. I jumped into sweet potatoes years ago. I think my youngest was in 3rd grade. We were taking his favorite teacher out as a thank you for a great year of school in the summer. We went to a little diner near us in Northville, Steph, just
Oh,
heads up.
Northville.
And excellent sweet potato fries, but the real reason why you get the sweet potato fries is for the brown sugar and butter drizzle that goes on top of the sweet potato fries. So the health benefit kind of went out the door, but it was really yummy.
Definitely.
It's really yummy.
And we'll-
So in all of our recipes, we seem to have a theme with cookies, and we've now expanded our theme to hot dogs. So I
Okay.
did this for Marcy, so we'll have to give Marcy a look ahead for a
Alright.
tropical hot dog bar. Again, cool idea. Never really thought about this as a hot dog bar, but they gave there's like 3 here, different salsas you can make or relishes you can make. And then there's more over here, avocado salsa and all that kind of stuff. So again, just fun ways of how you can dress up your hot dogs, have kind of a more than just ketchup and mustard.
I'm
If
gonna put
that's how
Marcy's
you,
winning hot dog from our last event in the chat.
oh, sweet, good
that's-
idea,
I think
good idea.
Marcy's
So this was
on
fun.
something here.
Has I have
Marcy
never
buttons.
So never done this kind of stuff on hot dogs before. Has anybody done anything like this? I think it'd be kind of fun if we're having a fun time. So again, super easy. I'll have all these in the PowerPoint we send you. So of course you have to end with a cookie.
Of course.
So what's better at a pool party than when you end the night with s'mores? So this way you get to do s'mores in a pan and just enjoy the bejeebers out of it. So decadent brownie, marshmallow, graham cracker, chocolate chips, you know, and let's just throw in a little bit of butter and sugar. So just in case, it just sounds decadent. So of course, had to include that one. And here, the thing that we were missing was that we were missing drinks. So this is Marcy's submission to me right before the meeting started.
Oh, nice.
Actually, she got it from the bartender at TGI Fridays.
Okay.
Robert, it does have a flavor of that item you were discussing before. But yeah, and again, anything with amaretto, anything like amaretto, sells it to me right there. So this one sounds like
that would
another,
be perfect by the poolside.
yes, anything frothy and slushy would be awesome. So we will give you guys all these, and that link in the very beginning, there's a ton of different recipes. So if you're looking for something fun for yourself, just a quick, easy, meal before we say goodbye to summer up here in Michigan, or anywhere, give them a whirl. So if you've got any fun recipes, throw them in the chat. You can throw into either Steph or I, and we will include those as well.
So one of the awesome takeaways is Cathy always has these amazing recipes, plus people join in, and we actually make many of them after the event and then talk about them at the next event and share them because, some of our best community events, when you think about it, when you either, do it with a family or, some kind of, association or a church, there's always food, right? And that brings back memories and comfort, and food always helps to build a community. And so we want to be well-rounded, not just learn about BA techniques, but also talk about things that make us happy and just, maybe the next time you're eating one of these things, you'll think of IIBA and want to, join a future, training class or a meeting or a session or whatnot.
Outstanding. And Natalie, I have to ask you, so you use Reese peanut butter cups when you're doing s'mores?
Yeah, when you're doing them outside for the grill.
What a great idea.
It's actually really good to use Rolos too, but those are a little bit harder. So like because you have to use a few, but if you just use a Reese cup instead of like a couple squares of Hershey's, that's the only way my family will eat them now.
Oh,
I just have to hide the Reese's because we never make it to the weekend for s'mores time. We can find them, and I'm like, where did all the candy go for the s'mores?
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I make Buckeyes at Christmas time. Peanut butter decadent artery clogging chocolate covered heaven.
All the good stuff.
Yes, all that good stuff. I am gonna have to try Reese peanut butters on.
You will not be disappointed.
I'm never gonna go back now. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. So we will do that, and I had to just have fun again. I'll throw this one to Marcy when she gets in. So again, with we can't let go of our battle of the dogs. So the choice here is wear them or eat them. I think I'll eat them.
Or blending.
That shirt. Next time we do a hot dog challenge, we're going to have to find this shirt for the winner.
Absolutely. Love that.
That was too fun. So that is, I will stop my screen share until the end.
Okay.
So that was fun. So yeah, we'll include those. If you got any other ones, we'll watch chat. And I'll put more in there. And if you guys are interested in any of our previous recipe books, so to speak, drop a note in the chat and we'll send you guys everything we've done before. So we always have to have fun with food.
We do.
but we have expanded. We started with cookies and now we're getting like full meals and drinks and everything. So I feel like we're improving.
I know.
We're expanding.
You're iterating, right?
There you
We're
go.
iterating, right? Right.
Excellent word choice.
And someday we'll actually maybe consider healthy foods, perhaps.
Oh, well, that could be. Perhaps someone else is going to have to lead that discussion.
Oh, that's
Have
great.
somebody provide us with that input, right? We'll evaluate it.
I do believe Marcy's vegan, or she likes the vegan
Oh.
stuff. So perhaps we can tap on her.
Take a little help from that. Okay.
I think we have to expand into more desserts. You had the s'more thing there, and
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Oh, they had, but seriously, they had like, again, a watermelon popsicle. They had a lemon sorbet, which just sounded, and it sounded really easy to make too. So I have done the old fashioned hand crank ice cream, which there's nothing better than hand crank ice cream. But some of those, they're just a little intimidating because I don't have 6 hours of patience to wait for the ice cream to get ready.
To do the hand cranking ice cream. I really hope you delegated that to somebody else. And
Well,
family.
it was delegated to me because I was a kid. So
That's bad, just bad.
I noticed there were like 3 or 4 recipes in there on your
Mhm.
first screen that had
uh-huh.
watermelon. So somebody
Yes.
likes watermelon.
I love
Yes,
watermelon.
lots of watermelon everywhere. I've never, have you guys ever grilled watermelon though? Or grilled
Mhm.
other fruits?
Really?
I have not.
Can't even comprehend how you would grow watermelon. To me, it's just water. I
Right,
just can't even
Right.
comprehend it.
Right.
It
Like
was
I
a weird
said,
sensation to eat it with
Okay.
a sense of it being burned.
Ooh.
oh, I bet. I bet.
Yeah.
We're gonna
It
have
was
to try
good.
that now. Definitely.
All right, we're all gonna try. That's our homework. Grill some watermelon over Labor Day.
Report back. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So we are going to start our game next, and I put a link in the chat, and I'll put it again. And it's to the Miro board. So when you go out to Miro, the password is pool party. So and just log in, and I'm going to share my screen, and then we'll start really talking about. We'll get into some BA talk.
No banana split cake.
Or we could continue talking food. Or
Ooh,
both,
banana
or-
split cake. Okay, who did that one? That one sounds yummy.
Put it in
That's
the-
something I make. I make it a couple times a year. It's a no-bake layered type dessert with,
Ooh.
pineapples, strawberries, bananas. You drizzle chocolate syrup on top of it. Graham cracker layers.
Yum.
It's-
Okay, all
it's
right, Natalie, we're
tasty.
throwing that one in. Yum.
So before we get to our board for this time, we just wanted to give you a quick peek of what we did last time with the personas, and we did what are your favorite hot dog toppings, and people, posted what it was, and we voted and had a lot of conversation, and Marcy was the winner. And just as a strange one-off comment, which I don't know whether I should say it or not, I had this background up, and then I had somebody called me for a job interview, and when I opened my Zoom, I said, and the winner is, and I was in front of it. Probably one of the more embarrassing moments, but it was still all good, So
Did you get the job?
I did, I really did.
So you
So-
were predicting the winner is.
And the winner is, it was very nice. So anyway, let's talk about the second. I'm trying to, it's gonna be 1 second. There we go. Okay. So this was like I said, our board last time. So we'll go to this one. And from a tool, this is called Miro. And you probably have seen the commercials on TV where they talk about that monster who's storming the city, and they all go to the Miro board, and they try to feed it, and then they try to do something, and they end up doing a movie. Well, this is the product, and I've used it a number of times, or participated in using it a number of times as well in various jobs where you can come in and do a lot of collaboration, right? People put up ideas, You could do scrum sessions, whatever it might be that you want to do. So today we thought, well, you know what, we'll use this for our collaborative game, our pool party game. And so let's talk about from a collaborative game. And within this tool, I don't know if anybody has ever used it. Is this something that people are using or not? Has anybody had the opportunity to use this?
To use Miro?
Yeah.
Very limited. I feel I use it about once every month or once every 2 months.
Okay, so still some, and you know, we've been trying to explore different tools to figure out which ones work the best, which ones are easier and all of that. And we'll be using other tools coming up in our next sessions. But this one, we thought it would still be fun to use for this collaborative game. And from IIBA, when you talk about collaborative games, you know, it's 10.10.1, and they are to encourage participants in elicitation activities to collaborate in building a joint understanding of a problem or a solution. So we're going to explore a collaborative game today using it. And let me get to the right board. And within here, I'll just give you an overview of how Miro works, and then we'll get into the game. So within Miro, you can use all different types of templates. This one, I just created a quick board. It allows you to do all kinds of things. Like I can add text, I can add links, I can drag in pictures, I can lock images so that way people, you know, can't move things around. Say, for instance, like today, if I didn't want you to like grab these boards and drag them all over the place, like what happened in the Battle of the Dogs, where Bill Powers, who's not well tonight, took all of our hot dogs and put them in a big, huge hot dog pile during the session. So it kind of prevents that kind of activities if you don't want, you know, all the dogs in a big pile. And it allows you to set up meetings, take notes, it has voting. So all of these are just, other than these Post-it notes here, and the frames are things that we pulled in. We pulled in our background from our pool. We pulled in the sailboat for the exercise, our various dogs, you know, that we use, and all of that. And right now what I'm doing is I'm using my mouse, old school mouse. I don't know if you can, with a scrolling in and out, to scroll in, you know, or you can use, you know, down at the bottom of it, you can do the plus and minuses to push it in and out. I also like to use my right mouse and hold it down, so that way I can move the board around. So it's just got a lot of different, you know, ways to navigate the board. And it also has over here where some of the tools are. So if I click on these tools here, I can very easily, you know, find some icons. Like say, for instance, if I wanted to find another hot dog, I could pick this icon, I could drag them in here and drag them. So it has different types of, all kinds of icons. So that way you don't have to pull in pictures from somewhere else. You can just use theirs. It has where you can pull in some shapes. Like I grabbed a star to make the yum for the hot dog. It has here where you can put some arrows, you know, draw some lines, which is what this little guy right here is, where he's pretending to be from his mouth right there. So you can do so many different things. And if you were, you know, more of a creative type of person, other than I am, I'm not super creative. So, and you can hit Control-Z to get rid of what I just did, just like the normal. You can really make these pretty amazing. You can add music. So there's all kinds of sounds going on. So they have a pen, they have some comments. So if I wanted to make a comment over here, like I could add a comment. Yeah, Aaron. Yeah. You could add all kinds of comments that you want. And I have some frames here, which all of these here are, as you see around it, like this, you know, shadowed image, they're frames. And what's really cool about those, I'll show you in just a moment. And then once again, we're going to be using some sticky notes. So the sticky note, the shortcut for it is an N. So when I'm in here, if I click on my letter N, it pops up the little Post-it note, and all you got to do is drag and drop a Post-it note into the board. So it's like once you start using it, it's super easy to just navigate around. And plus, you can see people swarming wherever they're at. So, you know, if you're clicked into the board, typically you can see where somebody else is at and where their focus is. So it makes for great collaboration, especially we're going to collaborate in our pool party. And so one of the things that, so before I show you about the frames, do people have any questions about just like the general usage of the tool from like the toolbar over here?
Tonight, are we mostly just focused on Post-its?
Yeah, tonight will be mostly, but hey, if you have a picture you want to drop in here or you want to make some comments, feel free. This is our shared session. We, like I said, you can't pile my dogs up like Bill did, but you can certainly add things and input things and do whatever you want. But the game is about Post-its, and Aaron is going to run the game. But before we do that, I want to show you one last couple more little benefits of this. So with this, you can, one of the newer features is you could start a meeting, and then the meeting, you can almost do like agenda points through it. So you can really have it navigate through. You could put timers on things. There's voting buttons where you can, if you, say for instance, if you were doing a bunch of collaboration and people had a lot of ideas and you wanted to vote, you know, whether you liked it or not, as an administrator, I could say, well, we're only going to vote on sticky notes or images. You can give people, you know, the number of minutes that they have, et cetera. And you can literally have electronic voting in here. And as well, this one here is the presentation, which because I did those frames earlier, it allows me to focus in on the frames. It takes you to each of the sections, which I highlighted within those frames. BAs are awesome. And that's the link to the recipes. And then here's our hot dog guy saying yum with a beer and watermelon. And ultimately here is our game. So, I mean, there's a lot of ways that you can use it. I mean, we're probably using it in a very simplistic way. So don't be afraid to try new tools when you're working on your BA techniques, when you're building your community, and just doing, you know, collaboration events. So with that, Aaron, do you want to take it away if I stop sharing?
I can do that.
Or you just tell me what you need me to do.
But I wanted to see if you noticed that you got a cohort in crime there that Kimberly went and got a hat to put on.
What?
Oh.
Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you.
Picnic.
See, mine says currently offline. And I don't wear hats too often, but that looks great.
Thank you.
Thank you. See,
So
partners here.
our collaborative game today is the sailboat. Have any of you guys used the sailboat?
No.
It is, and Natalie knows.
Sailboat retros, are you referring to that?
It can be used for retrospective.
Yeah, I have used it in a retrospective.
It can be used just to get anything, like Steph said at the beginning, anything about, you know, getting your stakeholders' perspective on a problem or a solution. You know, so if you're about to go into a new phase of, you know, developing a solution or what, and want to get your perspective from your stakeholders, this is a good tool to use in that. So with the, here, I guess I can share.
By the way, I was multitasking. I was connecting with Kimberly because she put her code there.
Okay. So what you have is you draw a sailboat, basically is what this is. And again, this is kind of a brainstorming thing. Like Natalie said, you can use this as a retrospective and that. And the whole idea is to get your stakeholders' perspective on, you know, your current effort and everything, what is helping you move forward and what is holding you back. So you got your sailboat, and, you know, what is it that makes the sailboat go? Wind, right?
Mm-hmm.
The wind, you know, running into the sails and the sailboat moves along. And what makes you hold back? That little thing there at the bottom, right?
Yep.
So what we're going to do, and what you do is ask your stakeholders, you know, what helps you move forward, what holds you back, any ideas on that. First of all, we did name our boat called Pool Party. So our topic today is, what helps you or what holds you back from hosting a really great pool party. And Steph, I was going to ask you, is your dancing hot dog actually, piloting this boat? That you have there?
Well, he's there. He can be moved. He can be moved. I figured, depending on what he ate or drank, he could, move up the ship if you wanted. We could hang him out at the top. So you
He's
want
a daredevil. He's a daredevil hanging out at the top.
exactly. Well, maybe he's on a sugar high because he ate those
Because he's got a where'd
the
he go?
banana split cake dessert.
So what you do is have your stakeholders, think about what's helping you move along and what's holding you back. Anything that's helping you move along, you put up by the sales. So this is your
Okay.
win, going to help you moving along. So if we're going to host a pool party, what helps us?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna steal the first one because it's super
Okay.
easy.
And warm weather.
Yeah.
Not something that you really have control over, but if it's sunny and warm out, you're going to have a great pool party, right? Hopefully.
Well, depends, right?
If it's too hot.
What do you
Are we gonna figure that out?
think in this as weather, what's going to hold you back? Rain, inclement weather. You're going to go outside, be in a pool. Well, if it's raining, especially if it's lightning, there went your pool party.
And then,
In
so we put-
Michigan,
we
it
put
could
this
be
in down here in the bottom. Is that what we do in the water?
Well, down by the anchor
more ice.
Oh, the anchor. Gotcha.
and up by the sail is what moves you along.
Okay. So is everybody able to grab a Post-it note, either clicking on an N and it'll pop up the Post-it thing where you can drag them, or you can just grab
Yeah.
one from over to the side? And Post-its are like, we start to run out, you can grab one and hit copy and paste and create them very easily. Okay.
And then as you say, when this is you have these, or actually you could draw we did this in the office once. We drew the sailboat on a whiteboard. We
Oh, cool.
have a thing. Somebody just drew it on the whiteboard and they started writing. If you don't have to do it with Post-it notes. You can just write there on the right whiteboard up by the sails or down by the anchor. What's moving you forward, what's holding you back. Then as the BA, you collect this afterwards. If it's on a whiteboard, it's easy. Take a picture. If you got the Post-it notes, just collect them off of there. Keep an eye, keeping a review of what was up by the sails and what's down by the anchor. And then you're getting your perspective from your stakeholders on their thoughts of what's going on in the work effort that you're doing. So somebody put
Was this something in the chat, a link?
Oh, let me pop that in there again.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Here's the link. And then when you get to it, the password is pool party with the capital P. I can't find a pirate though. Is there a pirate?
Somebody
pirate.
your sailboat.
Yeah. Oh, I found a pirate. And I found a pirate in the images. Oh no, I found a cat that
Nervous pets.
I put that. You know how some people, like, if they come to your house, they're just not dog people. I'm a dog person. I'm sorry. My dog's going to be in your face the whole time.
okay. So we've got a pirate cat.
Or if your pet's not used to,
Yeah,
anything
exactly.
your
Being
house.
around a bunch of people and strangers,
Yes, Blake, nervous pets. Oh, hey, Chris has got he can handle the undercooked food. He's got the perfect thing for that. That is awesome.
I
We're
hate to say
gonna
that I
start
added this, but I hate to say that I added the sick host or hostess, but I can't help but think of how many parties and events have been canceled because of COVID, you know?
Oh, gosh,
I
yeah.
mean, still happens, so.
That is true.
I changed the color of sick in the pool to a more appropriate color for that.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna put bounty here
Yee.
because I think that would make my party much better if there's a pot of like a chest of gold to
Ooh,
help pay for the party.
I like it.
We don't have a plank though. We were contemplating how to put a plank because it was a boat, but
Robert said something that got me thinking. Actually, that happened once. They shut down the pool.
oh no.
Well, no, we
That-
don't-
okay, we've got a map here. I'm having way too much fun with I'm sorry, Erin, I'm having way too much fun with the pictures instead of the Post-it notes. So forgive me if I need to actually put words around it.
I'm
I'm
liking
gonna put a treasure
the
map.
pi-
Because we have to
I'm
have a
liking the
map for our
pirate cat.
party. Okay, so we gotta have a plan. We gotta have a plan. Right?
How you like that one? Lost my sunscreen.
Oh, that's perfect. I've been in sessions where there's like about 100 people and they have different like use cases or personas of people where they say, hey, I'm Susie such and such, and I like to do these things. And you're supposed to write, the use cases or what would benefit or not benefit from it. And it is just a lot of fun to see everybody. And then you zoom around on everybody else's comments and you put your own comments. So it can be a really fun and effective tool. Okay, so I've got my map. And
Music.
plan.
I
Vampire.
agree. Music can be good and it can be bad. Depends on the type and where it's coming from. I think that's
Oh,
well played
no.
on both sides.
Oh, hold on. Oh,
Rip.
no.
Meat thermometer, your thing.
Oh,
Awesome. That's a piece. That's got to be Cathy's.
oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, man. Surprise. That's true. That's got to be, was that mine or was that Cat? It's probably Cathy's.
Nope,
was
that one
mine.
wasn't mine. Nope.
Then
And I should make it green, right? Because
Stephanie. So you could see some things up there that you wouldn't think about, grocery store sale. Never,
that's-
Yeah, that was a cool one.
yeah. So cold beer,
Always good.
always good.
and as you're doing this, and if time is coming to a close that you have allocated for this, you could start talking about some of these things and maybe get their perspective if they're willing to talk. I've done this before where they go and slap up the post-it notes but don't want to talk about it.
You want to, do we want to talk about them and like either, I think you have scale the sales, scale sales, scale anchors.
Scale
I mean,
anchor.
Well, isn't it like the ones on the bottom, like the good and the bad?
Yeah. So what are these two pictures? Oh, what is it, treasure chest?
Yeah, it's a treasure chest.
So what's it supposed to be? Money?
Yes, you're gonna need it.
Money always makes a better party.
Well, if you have a plan, you have to have the money, you have to have the bounty to be able to afford it.
Oh, budget.
Or share it with people.
Grocery store sale to get the cold beer and the fireworks for later that week.
Okay, I will put words there. Share your bounty.
Share your bounty.
There we go. Sorry, I just was having fun with the. Nice.
out of propane. Oh,
Oh, no. That can't
I
be
don't
good.
call it the undercooked food.
Okay. Oh, bees. Oh, that's never good.
Like help? Let's hope not.
Keep the bees away.
Yeah, do not do bees.
Mm.
If you have a pool party in Alabama, just be ready for very large, colorful flying insects.
Mm.
So
Very large.
So you
Little-
got things up there I would have never thought of. Nervous pets.
I
So,
know.
yeah.
I always hate the person that takes over the karaoke machine. They gotta share.
Ooh.
I like that one.
Like there's so many different sailboat pictures that you can find on the internet, like different versions of this that you can use for like as a collaborative game. Some of
Wow.
them out there have like the rocks and what the land looks like. So when you're
cool.
talking to your stakeholders, like what's your end goal? Like
Oh.
identifying and coming up to, it's a good idea to get all the parties involved and say, we agree that this is the goal of this project. This is what we're trying to get to, the land where the palm tree is at, and then you start getting into like, well, what's holding us back? What is our anchor and what's helping us move forward? And what the wind. So I feel like that's helped a lot because I don't know about you guys, but we get into these big projects and unless we have those crucial conversations early on, and we have a clear understanding on what the actual stakeholder, the goal of it is, you sometimes miss that mark. And boy, if you really don't have a clear vision on that, there could be a lot of misses in the project. So
That makes complete sense. So that's what what some of the other activities about the sales and the anchors, talking through them, right? Getting people's understanding, getting their agreement on getting the
Yep.
agreement on what the approach is and how you're going to do it and all of that. Well, I know what my end goal is, and it's this eating piece with the hot dog. I'm just going to throw that out. I'm not sure what you guys are going to agree to, but I'm going for that.
So don't know who put up there the dreaded visit from relatives, but somebody had that happen to them
It was
Where is that one at? I missed that one.
underneath this thing that won't move.
Oh,
along.
the visit from the dreaded relatives.
I'm going to put them right under the boat because. Do you guys ever have that?
During
Probably not. Everybody has wonderful relatives that never.
The people that just weren't invited, but invited themselves.
Yes. We had a dinner, like a family dinner. And then one of my family members brought their spouse's family, an adjacent family with them, and they all showed up. Like, okay. So yes,
Wow.
no notice.
they're over here too.
Plenty of food though. There's always plenty of food, right? You can't have an event without having more food than you should have. So
Wow.
awesome.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I like that. Somebody made the cold beer like really.
Lot
really
and
cool.
a
Who did
lot.
that? Love it.
Gotta make it
that one's
bigger.
awesome. Can we make it bigger? Size kind of large.
So I just had a question for Natalie. When you've used this for doing a retrospective, when you're kind of looking back, do you use this to capture everybody's thoughts, or do you use it to look for themes that worked well, themes that didn't work well? Do you use it just all encompassing, or how do you approach it when you do it for a retrospective?
For retro, I would recommend doing it early on in a project. So let's say you operate on a 2-week sprint cycle with a team that you're working with, and you're working on this big project that's going to span over like a quarter or more. I would recommend doing it early on so that the team can kind of adjust and identify like what are some of the risks that we're foreseeing, things that we're encountering. It's just like a different spin on your generic what went well, what didn't go well, what improvements can we make. If the team can identify the things that are working for them, the win that's helping them, and the stuff that isn't working, like the anchors, it kind of I just look at it as a different tool to get people talking. That is always a challenge because sometimes you don't have talkers on teams that you're working with. And if you use like something fun like this that has visuals and color, you can, all of a sudden people that normally don't talk, you're drawing things out from them. So
Cool. Great
Yeah,
approach.
I have worked
I
with
captured that.
where the stakeholders, especially the business, and I shouldn't have said that, but they won't get out of their seats and they won't participate in that. Something like this that, you know, simple to do and they can express themselves and that
mhm,
get them out of their seats and actually participate in what you're
yeah,
doing.
I find that using things like this, whether it's, I've only used Miro like once or twice, but like GM boards, whatever it is where they can actually get their hands on the keyboard and be interactive is what is really going to get the conversation rolling. If you're doing all the typing, scribing, and adding notes and talking when you're collaborating with stakeholders, that's when you start to, that disengagement really creeps in. So I try to stick to all these types of tools where they are responsible for adding their ideas and thoughts. I like the
Learning,
Miro. I need to get used to this more. I really like this, using the Miro.
learning I can still do a flip off board.
Board.
Okay. So some great things on there, things I never thought of and that that ran out of ice, huh? So not enough seating. Then somebody puts up here, you can't see it very well, is hammock in the shade. There you go. Right? Oh, cornhole. We gotta have our cornhole.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, for sure. That was a good one. I
Ah, that
missed
is a great one.
Hammock in the shade is the opposite of where I put below food coma. It's really the same event. You just put a positive spin on it or a negative spin on it, like a retrospective, like a lessons learned. You know, someone may be saying the exact same thing, but maybe someone puts a positive spin on it. Maybe someone puts a negative spin on
There
the
you
same
go.
project trait.
Good point. So Natalie, I put below it what you were just saying, how to use a retrospective early on to adjust and learn, benefit. Okay. Just trying to capture that.
Child runs, hurts, falls
Hmm?
themselves. Oh no. What's even worse is child falls into the pool. Ouch.
Oh, no, don't put that.
Phone falls in the pool.
Mention that one, huh?
People are, we're all attached to our electronics.
Oh, there you go.
iPhone hits the bottom of the pool. Somebody's got to touch it.
Keep that bag of rice handy. That's all
Yeah.
I can say.
Happened to us once. We were, I lived in an apartment way back when. And, you know, we were out at the pool for the apartment complex and that. And, you know, we live fairly close to it. So I'm not sure if my son or somebody brought the phone. This was before smartphones or your mobile phones and that. So he brings the cordless phone from our apartment to the thing. I don't know if it was my wife at the time or one of the kids or that brought it out, and it was in a blanket, you know, on a lounge chair by the pool and that. Somebody picks up, my son picks up the blanket, you know, he's going to dry off, and then the phone goes, you know, flipping, flying
Oh, no.
right into the pool.
Mm.
Oh, no.
Wow. This is great information as far as how to use this
Creative word.
in different ways, right? You know, we were talking about the retrospective, you're talking about, you know, just getting people that are not talkers during meetings or sometimes afraid, right? Because, you know, there's sometimes people feel judgment, right? They're not necessarily an extrovert, and if they speak, other people may, you know, they may feel, you know, either intimidated or people may just have reactions to it. But by doing this pretty quickly, you know, you can put a lot of things in people, you can sneak your thoughts, and maybe somebody may or may not notice, and it becomes, I think, a little bit easier. Plus, I mean, we all love arts and crafts, so this also gives you an opportunity to have some fun that way.
Mhm.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, you have to have the pool floaties.
the pool floaties.
Again,
Absolutely.
that could be a positive and a negative.
That's true.
So what
I
do
was
you,
in-
so what do you think we missed here? I mean, from a positive perspective, we've got s'mores, we have fireworks, we have music, we have great friends, we have food, we have a plan. It's sunny. There is a awesome recipes with a meat thermometer to make sure the food is good. We've got a bonfire for nighttime with s'mores. We should move the s'mores over there, right? Creative
There you
s'mores
go.
by the bonfire. Okay. Slip and slide, fun, hammock, got cornhole, fix new friends, invited to
Where's
another
it?
pool party.
Are we sailing? I mean, are we on the water sailing actually, or we just?
Good
That might
pool.
qualify as scope creep.
Oh,
Good
That's a
point.
big pool.
Exactly.
How about water?
And the slip and slide.
Oh, you're right. We didn't put water.
I mean, we kind of need water in the pool.
Temperature of the water.
Anything
Oh, there you
Come
go.
over and it's one of those little kiddie pools. We didn't say what size pool we're having.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. You know,
Put your
the
feet in it.
water was good, you know, pH level was good and, you know,
Mhm.
Okay.
that.
No algae.
that.
Yeah, no green pools.
No green pools.
okay.
Lost sunscreen, sunburned by noon. Loud music, trapped in an awkward conversation. Oh my God. Child runs, falters. These really came up with a lot of great
forgot.
ones. Not
I
enough
got
seating.
that down at the anchor, you know, I thought that was a good thing, you know, somebody was calling for the pool floaties and that, but the pool float pops. So you got those plastic air filled floaties for the pool and it
Mhm.
pops. But that's not good, right?
That is not good.
That makes for crying children.
Put
I've
somebody-
never
downed
good.
three floaties myself this summer, and we buy the big ones for our pool. We had a big flamingo,
Oh.
unicorn, and a llama. So the
Mhm.
llamas left, the flamingo and the unicorn did not make it.
Wow. I will say that from experience, the big floating swan, not a great thing to pull people behind a boat on. That's all I'll say.
Ooh.
You sound
Slowly,
like you have experience with that.
slowly, the people on the floating swan had drifted far away from their party, their beach party. And my husband, the knight in shining armor, wanted to help these, bikini clad young ladies.
Ooh. No.
So they stayed in the swan, and we tossed them, a rope that really didn't go well. No, so towing it by itself is fine, but towing it with people in, not highly recommended. So I'll leave it there. Let your minds just wander.
Oh no.
So what about seating?
So I put ban
Oh,
outfit.
seating, that's great. Yeah, we gotta have places to sit
Okay.
and tables. Excellent.
Somebody has that one now?
We gotta put one in for Kimberly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tables and chairs.
All right, perfect.
Like one kind of checklist could just be the 5 senses. We could go through what's the good and bad with what we see, what we smell, what we taste, what we hear.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I
that's
like
cool.
that. Really good idea.
What are you
If-
gonna put for smell?
The pool.
The barbecue and the
Barbecue.
grilled watermelon.
Somebody didn't put
Good
no
with
deodorant. So what the food, okay, you've got somebody who's sick, a nervous pet. We're talking smells, right?
I think the good smell is limited to heat. It's got to be something off the grill. So meat
Right.
or corn,
Mm-hmm.
grilled corn's nice.
Suntan lotion, you always smell that. That means you're having fun outside.
Here we go. There we go. Good food. There you go. You got corn up here. Oh, the cornhole set. That's not, sorry.
If suntan lotion has a scent, is it going to be coconut? And some people like the smell of coconut, some people
Some
don't, maybe.
people don't. That is true.
You got a bonfire, right? That's always a great smell in the evening.
Right.
Love that. Yeah, let's see what else we have. So it was what the sense is. So smell, and then what was the next one?
Any order. Sight. Let's go with sight.
Okay.
Unwelcome family. Did I hear?
There you go. A mix of new and familiar faces, right? A sight to behold.
There you go.
Okay.
Great
Um,
friend. So we-
You get to look at fireworks.
Yeah. Get to look at the sun. You get to look at the cold beer. Or maybe that's a feel or a taste.
That's a taste.
That's a taste.
All right.
Not that I'm speaking from personal experience or anything.
Oh, no. Okay.
So there's your jib music, there's your hearing.
Yeah.
We have music and good music.
Oh, and you know what we need to put is laughter, right?
There
Yeah,
you go.
That's
Okay,
always
yes,
nice
sure,
to
give it time.
hear laughter.
Enough swimming goggles for all the kids, because some kid is gonna forget their swimming goggles.
oh, we're having kids at this party?
Oh. Oh my God.
That could,
Presumption.
that could be
I
a
missed that in the
plus
project
or
charter.
a negative.
Oh, no.
That was a wrong assumption in the project charter. No kids.
Well, if there's kids, we might have to cool out on the beer and some of that other stuff. So, or what if the neighbors next door had a pool as well and they wanted the kids to come there? So you could bring the kids, you could hear them, you could check on them, and then pop back to the adult one.
There you go.
Love it.
So alternate plans on how to make that happen. Okay.
S'mores, okay. I
Yeah,
like
imagine being 80% of the way through the planning for someone to announce a change in the status of how welcome kids are.
Right.
Is that a change request?
That'll cost you time and materials.
And there we go. Okay.
Honestly, like even just like miscommunication, like that wasn't made clear, you know? Think about it in terms
Sure.
of like when we talk with our stakeholders. Oh, the pool party. Oh, I brought my 3 kids with me. I thought kids were welcome, and your kids are the only ones that are there, right? Because you didn't have that clear expectation. So
This miscommunication, absolutely. Arriving super late because you couldn't figure out how to get there.
miscommunication.
Or arriving super early.
We went to a pool party a couple weeks ago and we arrived 15 minutes late thinking that we were early and they were not ready. So the plan wasn't executed well. So the food wasn't ready and the drinks weren't ready. So you roll up your sleeve and very quickly help the host. They're wonderful people, but it was just like one of those things. It's like, you know, your plan can go horribly awry, right? And all your guests could start showing up and you're standing there like, you know, fingers deep in potato salad and everything else. So so you gotta have a good plan.
I think I'm, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Around July 4th and graduations, it's understandable when people party hop. But if there's not a special occasion, people, or especially hosts, understandably, I think can be offended by folks party hopping incessantly. Like, oh, you're my 3rd of 4 stops.
Yeah.
just
That-
making an appearance, but I don't plan on really staying here.
Right.
That kind of
Sorry.
gives you a little bit of hurt feelings.
But I'll take a s'more on my way out.
Yeah, or the opposite. You have the guest that never leaves,
Right.
you know?
Or along things, you know, not only the dreaded relatives and that, but party
Mm.
crackers.
Oh,
Somebody's
yeah.
not invited and you don't know.
In neighborhood, oh, you're having a party? Oh,
Adjust and learn.
I
That's
should
awesome,
come
Robert.
over. How are you?
That is awesome.
Or
Wow.
party Pressures that liven up the party, that's good.
Yeah. Come
Be
on.
careful
Oh, I
what you
didn't
say on
know.
social media, right? Be careful what you say.
Yeah.
because it gets out.
Well, this is
I'm
tough.
just waiting for the time when everybody realizes that everything is being recorded in text and in video, and they stop doing these stupid things because they don't think anybody's watching. But it hasn't happened yet.
Not yet, no. Well, I do think we've been very successful in our collaborative game, by the way, because when you think about all we've accomplished, right? You know, how do you host a pool party, right? We started out talking about food, and we talked about adding stuff to the sales and the anchors and just, you know, different ways of using this concept and what do you learn and what do you take away from it? So I know we didn't, you know, do the pluses and minuses, which in some of the games they tell you to do that. But for me, this has been ideal because it really is shows how flexible people can be, and as well as some of the tools that we can really use to, you know, just elicit information and work together with people and, you know, build relationships that are sincere and, you know, not full of fear, where those people that wouldn't generally talk may start talking after games like this because they feel more comfortable and at ease and feel successful, right? They contributed and they feel that success. And so, Aaron, what were your thoughts?
About what?
What you got out of the game? Well, that was an awkward silence. Maybe I should put that awkward silence. I'm putting that.
No one's being monopolized.
Put awkward silence. Here we go.
A lot of you put things on there that never came to my mind, and you know, I've experienced that in doing this in a work environment, that the stakeholders, you know, have different perspectives, and you get to really learn their perspectives, things that you as the BA never thought about in that. And you know, it's good to learn that and to learn the stakeholders' perspective, and that's who you're trying to satisfy.
Yeah.
Like this last one I just put on there.
Just gonna put that.
This one, you mess up your outfit, you don't have
I
clothes.
like what she just added.
You don't have to
Awkward
change your
silence.
clothes.
Your-
Yeah, I'm just totally calling you out because I feel safe. You can delete that if you want. I'll try not to lock it into the board where it never can disappear. Okay.
When we were talking about negative surprises about, you know, the kids are welcome or not, it made me think of the phrase disagreeing is okay, and it's inevitable really among
Right.
adults. Disagreeing is okay, demonizing is not okay.
Oh,
And because disagreements are inevitable, there's value in not procrastinating the disagreements. Like if there's a possibility or a probability, a likelihood of disagreeing on, you know, hot dogs versus hamburgers or turkey versus beef or whatever, it can be beneficial to like really lean in to the disagreements, because you know it's worse if you procrastinate that stuff. So to really try to accelerate and almost be, I admit it's a bit of a glass half empty approach, but I think it can be beneficial to try to uncover disagreements early, and just acknowledge disagreements are inevitable, right?
right. Especially you have people that have either strong opinions or they have this preset idea or come to meetings with the solution already in mind, right? So you come to these meetings so you can think through it and, you know, what is it that we need to do? And ultimately you typically have an idea of what a potential solution would be, but some people are very, you're right, rigid and just can't accept other people's input. And you're right, and end up being where, you know, they're not open to suggestions or other ideas. So that's an excellent point. Love that. And I put that down there. Disagreeing is okay. Demonizing is not okay, with a little demon.
Right. Task conflict, good. Personality conflict, out of scope.
There you go.
Pool
All
water
right.
is not good for swimming.
Will you time box that conflict? Will you have like a time box, like these are additional different options, like it's gonna be option 1, 2, and 3. And maybe. I was thinking
Love
about
it. Love it, love it. Options.
Yeah, typically this event would be time boxed.
Yes.
You know, whatever you
Hmm.
are putting it on, 10 minutes is typically enough to get, you know, good ideas from your stakeholders. And then you take all these ideas here, these post-it notes, and you know, you act on them. So you take those perspectives. You may have to go back to stakeholders and have them clarify that perspective in case you didn't understand it, or ensure your understanding is what they meant. And then you may find some things here that you as and your team have to act on. And that especially in like retrospectives, you can find things that'll help you, you know, make your processes work better so that the team can work better.
Okay, awesome. So it's about, we got about 8-9 minutes left. So Kathy, do we want to wrap this up and then talk about like the upcoming events and what people are going to get in their email?
We certainly can.
But first off, you get a picture of your board. Definitely get-
Perfect. I do want to show, I'm gonna grab, oh no, I gotta find, oh, hang on. I was looking, let me see if I can pull this up. There we go. Okay, so Jess, so we can all now go home and do the no bake banana split dessert.
Oh,
That
yeah.
just looks yummy.
That's going to be in the recipe book, right?
Yes, yes, I have this
Fat-free and
marked, and thank you for putting that in it is in the chat. So if you click on the 3 dots in the chat and do that copy, you can go make it tonight. Just save that chat, and you'll have that link. So
Brown-eyed baker.
Yeah, they have a lot of great recipes on that site, Brown Eyed Baker. A lot.
Who's the brown
very
eyed?
cool. So I am gonna stop this and then pull up we'll go into all the fun activities that are going on from current slide that are going on. So let me pull this up. There we go. Fun with Zoom. All righty. So Aaron, do you want to go through all your fun bluegrass stuff coming up?
No, you can read them. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, they have all kinds of stuff from product ownership to agile to I do like your chapter meeting. I'll listen and collaborate like a pro. So you're going to have an extension of our fun discussion today. Steph and I are going to have fun. Well, I should say I hope we're going to have fun. We'll have fun. I'm not so sure about the audience with the BA on the street. So look for us having fun meeting up in person in Northville. So Natalie, have you been to Northville since they shut down the main streets
I have
to
not.
cars?
I
Oh,
used
you
to
got
live
it.
in Novi for a very short period of time, which is like right next to Northville. But
Yep.
it's been almost 20 years. So
Oh gosh. Well, you
Yeah.
gotta head on back because they've closed down the main street in Northville. They did it during COVID just to let restaurants have more room for people to spread out and feel safe. And everybody was liking it so much they closed the streets permanently to cars. So now
Oh.
you can wander from restaurant to restaurant with a plastic glass with your
Oh,
favorite
cool.
Yeah.
beverage. Kids are out, people are walking, kids in strollers, kids are playing cornhole. They had those huge Connect 4 games.
Yeah.
They've really, I mean, Northville's always been a really quaint town, but super nice and super family friendly. So look for us exploring Northville as BA on the Street goes live in person.
Right. We'll be doing a
Could be fun.
live interview. Kathy's going to be interviewed to talk about all of her amazing BA skills. So,
Or food.
or
One or
food.
the other.
We'll probably talk
Could
about
just
food.
be food. And then I like your, now tell us about your BA career series. Is this something you guys, how often do you do your career series, Aaron?
We typically have 1 or 2 of those a month. We've been doing.
Oh, okay.
These are events that we're collaborating with someone else, typically. I believe this one is a modern analyst webinar and that. So we just promote them and, to our community to just raise awareness that these things are happening. Sometimes we will be the one that organizes it and get other chapters to organize with us and that. So
Great.
these are items that, we just want to raise awareness to our community. And they're career things. And typically they are specializations within the BA career, like this is machine learning, things like that, or it's a tool or something that the business analyst can use in that.
And Cathy, you know him, it's Stephen Blaze.
Oh, very cool. Oh,
Right.
excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. That will be a very good
Part
one.
of the Southeast Michigan chapter.
Absolutely.
Uh,
So September and October go into more, again, love the growth mindset for your October chapter meeting. You guys are always having fun with the escape rooms. I have not been able to join one yet, so I'm going to look at November 9th. It sounds like fun. You have your BA boot camp coming up, your BA 190 and your BA 310. I feel like you guys are putting me back in college again, but that's okay. And then love the connection with SAFE for your November meeting. So you guys are very busy. And again, in December, it is the fun with our social event, but no regular chapter meeting. Is that true, Aaron?
True.
Yep.
True. Okay.
Also,
Cool. Okay.
put a new event out there for next Tuesday, August
Oh.
3rd. We're collaborating
Okay.
with South Florida chapter is having Angela Wick. And she's talking about forget project metrics, product matrix is where it's at.
Oh, very cool. We will watch your Facebook page.
Moving from project mindset to product mindset.
It'll be a good session.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Thanks.
Today at 7 p.m. It is on our website.
On your website? Okay. Outstanding. Always full website. So jumping over to the Southeast Michigan, we have our September chapter meeting. We're meeting with the CEO of High Gear, Vaughn Thurman. High Gear is a tool that helps you with your internal workflow management, but they have kind of an interesting perspective and kind of a use case study, if you will. So we're going to kind of explore that. We're also looking at doing a lunch and learn probably the week prior. We're still finalizing that date where we can do more of a demo of their tool, High Gear itself. So we didn't want to use the chapter meeting for a product demo, but we're going to double dip with them because it just seems like an interesting perspective to gain. In October, our chapter meeting is going to walk everybody through the fun that we've been having on our BA coffee breaks. So this summer, actually since early spring, George Bridges, our president, has been walking us through kind of a case study of how to approach a business data analytics project, if you will. So we're going to use that as a way of kind of taking a realistic application of business data analytics and how we connect that to the CBDA. And this will be kind of a kickoff for the approach we're going to use for our upcoming CBDA workshop, which dates are being looked at because of the holidays coming up in November and December. We're most likely going to have that start in January. November 17th, we're excited to have Gina Schmidt. If you haven't seen Gina, come
Awesome.
aboard. Gina is not going to be on the speaking circuit much anymore. So I won't say that ours will be her final farewell, but it could be. So if you haven't had a chance to hear Gina, please join us in November. Always a great time hearing from Gina. And in December, we're going to have Faraz Khan talking about networking and the successful job search. He has gone through certifications, through IIBA certifications, as well as Salesforce. He was a student of Dr. Michael White. So Michael recommended him to us. He heard him do this job search presentation and thought it would be applicable. So if you're looking at jumpstarting your career or wanting to see kind of how to possibly maneuver the whole job search scope, jump on board with us in December. So everything's jumping. So I talked about those, and I think that kind of wraps up everything going on. So we have had, and I have to tell you guys, we have had an absolute blast doing these social events. I find it so much easier to grasp the concepts when, one, I'm having fun and enjoying it, getting to meet new people, but two, putting that kind of that real world application onto that academic lingo in the Babok just makes the Babok make more sense to me. So these have been fun, and you're going to have to kick me out of the pool if you want to stop.
Never gonna happen. Oh,
Now we got
pool.
holes in the pool.
We have a
Slid past
pool
that,
party pool.
Kathy, you
Okay.
slid past that last slide here, announcing the December 14th, our next.
Oh, I did. I'm so sorry. Let me jump back. Can
So
I
the
jump?
Full registration link is in the chat for everybody. So it's the
Great.
series of this event.
Sorry.
And
I
He
yeah.
and Stephanie have decided we are going to practice the business model canvas.
Mhm.
And that, so, but it'll be on December 14th. What was that, a Tuesday? I think it was.
I think we decided to do it Tuesday this time.
On my calendar, December
I think
14th is a
It is a
Wednesday.
Is it
Wednesday.
Wednesday? Okay.
It's a Wednesday.
It's
So
still
you're
gonna be the 14th, Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, thank you, Erin. So we'll kick this out. So look out on LinkedIn. The links will go through Bluegrass like they have for all the social events. But look for it. We'll kick some fun stuff out on both of our LinkedIn pages to help advertise it. And there will be food. So
Be food.
there will be food. There's always food. So thanks, Erin. Appreciate. I saw this slide and I thought I went backwards to the front. So apparently I'm not reading the slide very carefully.
Burgers, huh?
Are you
Nobody
ready?
wanted salad.
So nobody wants salads, huh? Or pasta.
Oh, no salads.
I'm thinking dessert.
Water.
You know, we didn't have chicken wings on the boat. There was no chicken wings.
Oh, we didn't.
Just saying, I'll have to add that.
Slippery,
You did-
smelly fingers gets really dangerous.
There you go. You did have it in your recipe thing though, right? The chicken wings?
There were some chicken sliders
Chicken
and
sliders,
we had
okay.
chicken kebabs,
Okay,
and those chicken kebabs look really yummy.
okay. Oh, we got another one. Turn it up. Powerade and Gatorade. What would that be with? It's just like drinking it like that?
I guess I'd be for the
I'm just
kids.
curious. Just
Nobody
curious.
drinks Powerade and a Gatorade? No lemonade?
I mean,
That's
isn't it
too
when you play
funny.
golf, then you're really you need the electrolytes?
What does it mean that the percentages don't even add up to 100%? Does it mean only 4 of the 6 of us responded?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So actually 3 out of 4 because 3 of us
Okay.
are host or co-host.
Oh, right.
Can't vote. You know.
I picked for the spirits and wine, by the way, even though that didn't happen. I was clicking, it just didn't work.
Yeah, I'm clicking on the beer a lot. So just so you know.
All right, so this is our last one, our last one. Oh, we did have cornhole on there, yep,
Water
Pool
balloon
games.
toss, absolutely.
right? Oh,
The water,
card games, that's
fun.
perfect.
sauce.
Card games are perfect, right? You're sitting there relaxing, play some cards.
Especially if you have a shelter with picnic tables and
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
We've got somebody in the background up in mine who's playing, I think, either softball or frisbee, but they're not really in the pool.
so cornhole,
good.
horseshoes. Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
All right.
Did anyone play Marco Polo in a pool as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
absolutely.
I wasn't sure if that was like limited to Central Illinois or something.
No,
No.
no.
I think you get through childhood without playing Marco.
Marco Polo.
And did you say childhood, you, as an adult, that's off limits? Because just asking for a friend.
You say
My God.
I had a friend play Marco.
Because that was pretty fun. Anyway, all right, so that was the last poll. So we certainly had a great time tonight, and thank you for joining us. Like I said, we do a mix of just different things during these building a community sessions. It's really about making new friends and and understanding and learning from you, and hopefully you're learning from us, and we get to talk recipes and just really just hang out and do something that's just not that normal standard meeting where you go and you do a little bit of networking, and we just generally just try to shake it up each meeting and each one of these sessions and do something a little different. So just December will be a little different than this one. So we hope that you can come back and spend some time with us.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Had a really good time. This was a great session.
Thank you. We had a great time, and it's fantastic. 3 new friends and a returning friend, Chris. So awesome. And and Cathy, you want to tell them what you're going to be sending out via email?
Right. So we will do, excuse me, we will do a recap of tonight. We'll include a copy of the Miro board, so you can remember all the fun we had in our pool party. All the lessons learned, recap some of the fun lessons that we all talked about. We will include the PowerPoint with all the links for those recipes. Natalie, I'm going to add in a new slide to put that decadent, no bake, no bake, no calories, right? You don't bake it, there's no
Exactly. I mean,
calories.
yeah, of course.
I like it.
Yeah.
And we will have to, Chris, in your honor, we're going to have to add in, required kitchen tools or
Yep.
implements of some such in
Tools
future
in the
endeavors.
toolkit.
So we thank you for that. And Robert, now we're all waiting with bated breath on how in the world you're going to incorporate tonight in your book. So that's my question.
Hopefully
I wish I had a
only-
witty comeback
don't-
right now. for
You
that.
don't have to answer,
Okay, thanks.
but you have to keep us posted on the progress of your book. So that's exciting.
Thanks.
I'm
thanks.
always intrigued by that book writing process, whether it's fiction or nonfiction. I think it's a journey I have never walked down personally. So I applaud everyone who does. I think it's fantastic. So yeah, absolutely keep us posted.
Yep. Absolutely.
And Kimberly, I love the background you had when you came in. That's a great way when we kind of pull from you as well. When you join a new group for networking, throw up your LinkedIn as your Zoom background so everybody sees it all meeting long.
That is awesome.
So that was great. Perfect.
Thank
So
you.
this was fun. And Natalie, your homework is to go check out Northville.
I will.
And-
And I told my husband,
there you go.
our friends lived on, I can't remember the street, the welcome to Northville sign was on their lawn.
Oh my gosh.
So they lived there for years and, you know, they moved several years ago. So they were right
Wow.
there in the middle of that whole
Oh,
main street
wow.
that you're talking about. So now I really want to go back and check it out.
Well, there you go. If you don't make it before October 4th, you could always, come out and photobomb us. So
That would be
Exactly.
interesting.
now you know what we look like. So
You're a BA. We're gonna be on
you
the
can
screen.
you can come on in. You can join us.
That Halloween
There
You
you
can
go.
join us.
is
Oh my
already-
God.
That would be fun.
All righty.
And these
all
guys
right.
over here are keep switching it up, so it's pretty hilarious. Losing my
Oh my
focus.
gosh, I'm not paying attention. Oh, see, Halloween could be really fun with this group.
Yeah.
Well, this was fun. So yeah, I'll do a recap of this and put those items on, and we'll kick that out to everybody. So we thank you for your time and your engagement. This was a fun evening. So it was great to meet everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Chatting with
Thank
everyone.
everyone. Have a great evening and a great weekend. Take care, everyone.
Take
Thank you.
care.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.